Welcome back to the filing cabinet. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, so today I'm actually coming for my small to medium sized businesses with, like, I don't know, anywhere between 10 and 500 employees. I'm coming for your leadership, and I'm coming for your scarcity mindset and how you push your people in quarter 4 unnecessarily, and 3 ways that you can create more sales towards the end of the year while prioritizing employee well being. This is going to be a fun one. The most interesting thing that I love about my channel and I love about myself is my range. Okay. My range. I be talking about everything on this channel. And if the corporate girlies or the corporate guys or the corporate leaders thought you were safe, you are not. But you're watching this because you probably recognize and understand that you need help figuring out the cross between not burning your people out because you know how important that is, but while still keeping sales up. And it's so funny. I did a post on this on LinkedIn a while ago, and I was like, you know what? I need to do a video on this so I can elaborate a little bit more so we can talk more about the topic. So let's get into it. Okay. So 3 ways to focus on sales in quarter 4, or really any time of the year, while focusing on employee well-being. And I want to emphasize what employee well-being is. Listen to me. Millennials and Gen Z will not let you get, and I'm a millennial, we will not let you get away with putting people over or putting profits over people. If you are not prioritizing people, if you are not prioritizing their happiness, their work-life balance, if you're not prioritizing that, they're going to sniff right through you and they're going to go somewhere else. Okay. Plain and simple. I quit my 9 to 5 because I was tired of people not listening to me. You didn't take my advice ever. And you wondered why you did an employee survey and then nothing ever changed. But all you ever talked about how high your profits were and how high your satisfaction rate was. And it's like, but I've been talking to other people in this company and nobody's actually that happy. So where are you getting your results? You need to stop waving your sales and your revenue and your profit margins in the face of your employees when you're not prioritizing their work life balance. And let me be clear, when I say work life balance, I don't mean that they should be 50-50. Work should be like 20% and life should be 80%. Okay. And if you are not pushing that with your employees and you have that kind of scarcity mindset in your leadership that you don't think that employees should be taking care of themselves, you need to go to all of the links and you need to book a call with me, because what is you doing? Why do you feel like there's not enough to go around, that you can't prioritize your people being happy? Why do you want people who are miserable working for you? Okay. So that is what employee well-being is, making sure that your people are taken care of first. Because if they're taken care of first, they are going to be so much happier. They're going to have gratitude that you took care of them, and they're going to want to show up even harder and go harder for you. Okay. They're going to believe more in the company and what it is that they're selling, as opposed to just clocking in and clocking out. Do you want bodies, or do you want people that care as much about the business and about the leadership and about the success of everybody as you do? Okay. Oh, I had to adjust my leg. Okay. So let's get into it. Here's way number 1 to focus on sales while focusing also on employee well-being. Add a quarter 1 incentive buy-in. Okay. When you are trying to secure new clients, because that's what's happening right now, your sales teams are going super hard on trying to create, more sales. It might not be for business that's going to happen this year. You just want to, you know, fluff your books up for this year. It could be for work for next year. When you're trying to secure new clients this year, offer them an early bird incentive for next year's work. Say, hey, this is normally the rate that we charge for this work or to do this project, but if you secure it now for next year, we'll give you 25% off, or we'll give you 20% off. Get people to put their deposits down now for next year's work. This is an excellent way to create revenue without feeling like you're coming back from the holidays starting at zero. Because I'm telling you one thing right now, this, one of the meanings that employees hate the most is when they've just come back from some of the time that they took off for New Year's. A lot of people take that first week off from work. They don't want to come back into a meeting room or a Zoom call or a Teams call or a Slack call that second week in January talking about here are our lofty sales goals for the year, and here's how we haven't even started on them yet. It's still winter time. If you're in the northern hemisphere, the days are still short. People are just trying to get back into it, and all you're telling them is here's how much work it is you have to do right now. Here's how much work I'm about to give you. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear, great job last year. None of that means anything this year. Here's where we're starting now. Who wants to hear that? Nobody, not me. Shit. Okay. So look at my Alexa telling me I got a package. So a great way for you to come back from the holidays is to say, these are the income goals, or these are the revenue goals that we wanted to create for this year. We're already a quarter of the way there because of the work you guys put in last year. Do you know that's really going to help people be like, wow, okay, so I don't have to go as hard. And don't you even think about moving the needle. Don't even be like, oh, well, we started off stronger, so let's see if we can try and get more. No, keep the goal the goal. That is how you prioritize the people. Keep the sales goal, keep the revenue goal, keep the profit margin goal, keep it the same. That is how you prioritize the people. Okay? Get people to buy now for work done next year. Get them to put a deposit down to have revenue. And this is a great way to do it. Split it. Have them put their deposits down. Have them do like 25% of the deposit in this year. That way you have revenue for this year. Have them pay 3/4 of the remaining part of the balance next year. That way that contributes to your sales for next year, but you already secured the work last year. And it doesn't feel like you're starting from zero in January. Wow, what a genius idea. That is my number one. Number two, do a holiday shutdown for your company. I do not know why this is such a foreign concept. People do not, that entire week in between Christmas and New Year's, life does not exist. Okay. You are to transform into a couch that week. You are not supposed to know which way is up. You are just supposed to be horizontal if you're me. If you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of time outside of work, or your company or your business hasn't been able to prioritize anybody outside of work, or you as a leader haven't been able to prioritize time outside of work, this is when you should be doing all of those things. You shouldn't be at work. Okay? This ain't McDonald's. This ain't fast food. None of the work that you are doing is that serious. Okay? Shut it down. Please encourage a holiday shutdown within your leadership ranks. In 2024, I would recommend December 21st through January 5th at a minimum. Okay. And I know this is going to hurt some of your souls, but yes, you pay your staff the whole time, and no, that is not a lot of time off. Okay. Consider that so many of your employees have children. And if they're anything like the crazy school districts that my kids are in, these are the times that my kids are off. My kids don't go back to school until January like 10th or something like that. And I'm like, what the hell? They are out so long. So if you got employees coming into office, you have them logging in, they are missing out on all this time with their kids. Their kids are running rampant in the background. I guarantee you they're not going to be as productive because nobody wants to be there during these times. Their kids are all over the house. Give them the paid time off. Don't take it out of their PTO. Don't take it out of their sick time. Don't take it out of their vacation time. Shut the company down and stop worrying about if you have sales to make. If you own any kind of business where people can order from you, tell people we are closed. Feel free to order everything that you want. When we reopen on this day, we will be prioritizing your order. Oh, and here's a coupon code. Thank you for your patience. It is not difficult to prioritize sales and the health and welfare of your employees at the same time. It's just not. You just need to get over your scarcity mindset and believing that you cannot have both. Okay. All right, that's way number two. Way number three, make sure you are incentivizing your employees for all the sales that closed in Q4. They have been going hard all year. They are now looking forward to all of their time off for the holidays. And sometimes the promise of a holiday shutdown isn't enough to encourage them, okay? Can you up their bonus? Can you tack on 2 additional days of vacation for each sale or solidified contract that they create in Q4? Make your employees feel appreciated in a real way. Because when I tell you that this is the future of work, I say that with my whole chest, the whole chest. Okay. You can prioritize employee well being and make a ton of money at the same time. But you probably don't know how to implement those policies because your scarcity mindset has gotten in the way. So much of capitalism and small business is based around there's not enough. If I don't do it, my competitors will come and take it all, and I will never have enough for myself, and my dream will fail. The company that I work for will fail, and I will end up on the street as a failure. When does that happen? It's not going to, but it's going to happen a lot faster if you don't treat your employees like humans and you just treat them like orcs. Orcs working in Mordor. I have been watching way too much Lord of the Rings and Rings of Power recently. And my husband got all the extended edition ones. So we're on Return of the King right now, and it's a 4-hour movie. So that's where the reference is coming from right now. Okay. But you've been taught that you have to go, go, go. And that if you're not being productive, if you're not doing all of the things all of the time, that your business is going to fail and that there's going to be nothing left. Or that again, this is a small business. So the leadership team is small. And you might be feeling the pressure from your CEO or from higher up leadership that you have to produce and do all the time. But you're like, this is not how I want to lead my team. But you might have the ear of the CEO, the COO, the CFO. And if you have their ear, this is something that you should be encouraging them to do because you want to prioritize yourself too. And deep down, that's what they want to do, but they don't know how. They People who start businesses ultimately start them for freedom and for an unlimited earning potential. Those are the two things, the unlimited earning potential and the freedom of time. And half of business owners out there have lost that freedom of time trying to build something because they're so worried it will be taken from them in a minute, or that competitors will come along and do better than them, and then they'll have no business for themselves. And I'm telling you something right now, there is DoorDash, there is Instacart, there is Uber Eats, there is Postmates. All of these businesses do well. I don't even use Postmates, but there are millions of people out there that do. I've never used Uber Eats. I'm a DoorDash girly, but there are millions of people out there that do. There is so much out there. Your competitors, I don't care if they're working twice as hard, you're still going to get plenty of business. And I'm telling you now that you're going to get more business the more that you prioritize the employee well being. And so if you are a leader in your company and you're like, shit, my company needs this, send me a message. Go to my links. Go to my links and book a call with me to figure out how we can get your company started on this. If you enjoy all of my content, please make sure that you are liking, subscribing, and following along for more content so that you know every time I drop a new video. And if you're like, I need your help now, make sure you go to my links and check out how to work with me one-on-one there. Okay, bye.